Happy Friday, folks. We're back here in the warehouse. We're going to talk about Sealab today. First, I want to just thank everybody for coming out to the IPMS National Convention in Hampton, Virginia. They threw a wonderful show. The model event, the contest, was jam-packed with every genre of models. I shot a video of it. I posted that earlier this week, so please check it out. Sealab. We sold a lot of Sealabs at the IPMS National Convention, and we've been shipping them out of the warehouse here. So if you haven't got one now, you might want to get an order in because we've got plenty of them. We're going to take a look at what's inside this box. So we're back here in the packing room where I can spread this out a little bit. This here is an original box. And you can see it's a little more subdued. I think it's part of that's because this is an older box. It's over 50 years old. The newer box has more brighter colors, but it is the same artwork. All right, inside the box, we have 8 sprues of parts. Now, this was actually done in 4 separate molds. And the original Aurora tooling, as best we can tell, was all done in one mold. This was a little more efficient. Here you have a lot of the platform parts, as well as the main parts of the tank. As you can see, we've got the clear front and the opaque back. You'll notice these parts here were used extensively to detail Star Wars miniatures. The second 2 sprues have the platforms. This is the platform that goes on the top. This is the inside roof. These are the protruding tanks up on top. And a couple more sprues. Interestingly enough, it was this cable that proved to be the most difficult part of the kit to get right. We had to go back and forth like 3 times and have it reworked. But the important thing is, this part was used on the escape pod that C-3PO and R2-D2 used to escape from the blockade runner. So we had to make sure that it was done correctly. All right, some people are a little confused by this. You get 2 sets of this sprue. Why is that? This is so we could make one mold and shoot it twice so you get all the parts. There are a lot of duplicate parts in this model kit, lots of little tanks, lots of railings. This simplified the molding process and helped us save money by making one mold and shooting that mold twice. One of the nice things I was able to do was add a couple of divers. The original kit came with 2 divers. Our kit comes with 4. You can never have too many figures. We put it on the sprue that was shot twice, so you end up with 4 divers. And the final look at these duplicate sprues. You get 2 sets of these sprues because these parts are duplicated on the kit. Again, rather than tool them twice or 4 times, it's 8 times in some cases, we did 1 set of tools and ran it twice to give you all the parts you need for the kit. And here you have a lot of the main frame parts. It was real interesting to make these and get them to come out as close as we could to the original parts. I wanted to show you first the original kit, which is a slightly orangish color. Our kit is more of a yellow, which I think is more accurate to the original submersible. You can see how our parts very much mirror or duplicate the original kit, and how our layout is a little bit different and more practical for tooling. One thing about the base is it's molded in the same color as the rest of the kit. We did this, keep things simple. The original kit had the base molded slightly different color. Finally, you have the clear parts, which is the outer front part of the hull. Now, the original kit included both clear and opaque plastic parts. For this, we only did the clear parts. My question is, what's the point of building it with an interior if you don't use the clear? The instruction booklet is pretty much a replica of the originals. We scanned the original. We removed some of the wonky, confusing notes and added a couple to help you build the kit. Here we have new photos. For the back, I wrote a new history, more of the kit than of the project. If you want to know more about Sealab, you can Google it. You can read about it on Wikipedia. There's actually a documentary and a book about the project, so I encourage you to check it out. As you know, this model was used extensively to detail the Star Wars kits, the Star Wars miniatures. This is one of the reasons this kit is so popular today. The decal sheet is pretty much a replica of the original, except we added these markings which were not included in the original kit. And here's a little look at the back of the box. We used a buildup of the kit so you know what's inside the box. Plus I used it as an opportunity to promote some of the other kits that I've released under Doll and Hobby Georgia. This is a buildup of one of the second test shots or the third test shot. Dave Metzner did it for us. You may have seen this at Wonderfest or the IPMS Nationals or some of the other shows that we attend. And this is one I built up of one of the early test shots, making sure all the parts go together. We had to make some adjustments. Of course, with an interior, you have problems seeing what it looks like on the inside. So you might want to put some strip LEDs in here just to illuminate it a little bit. That's kind of a look at what's inside the box, as well as a built and finished product. We hope you enjoy this kit. It's been a challenge. It's been fun. You don't just take an original kit, send it overseas, and get a box like this back. It took us 3 years from the time we announced it till the time we have finished product here, maybe even a little longer than that. We had to send an original kit. We had to scan it. They had to create 3D files. They had to make test shots. All along the way, there was back and forth. Dave Metzner helped me with product design. He did a lot of the work for Mobius models. He did a lot of work for Polar Lights. He has been an invaluable help. It was his buildup I was just showing you. I want to thank Frank Winsper because he gave us a lot of tips. He gave us a lot of inspiration. He did a great job with Mobius models, and if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be doing Doll and Hobby Georgia. I want to thank George Hitchens. He lent me an original kit. His was the one I used to compare parts with when we'd get test shots back from the factory in China, make sure that they were correct, that they matched the original almost perfectly. George, I owe you. I want to thank Alan Urey because I used a lot of Alan's photos to help promote the project. When we announced it, we didn't have any pictures. We didn't have a kit. We didn't have anything tooled up. We just had pictures of what Alan built up. So thank you, Alan. I appreciate all you've done. Oh yeah, Jason Eaton. I don't want to forget Jason because Jason helped us make sure these parts looked like the original kit. He caught several mistakes. He helped us make this a better product. Thank you, Jason. A shout out to our friends at Round 2 and our friends at Atlantis. I talked to both of those guys, those companies, to make sure they weren't doing this kit because I wasn't going to spend my money to do this if they were doing it. And they were very helpful and they were very considerate. And finally, I want to thank Michael Berglund. When I needed to get the graphics done, when I needed to get the packaging completed, when I needed to get the instructions done, Michael came through. So it's a team effort. It isn't just me. It isn't just the factory. It's a group of people that come together and produce a great product. I'm grateful for all of those people that helped out. I'm grateful to all my customers that were encouraging and patient while we produced this kit. Build it. It looks great. It's fun. I enjoyed building it myself. I've talked enough today. I've got a show to get ready for next weekend. Hope to see you in Pompano Beach at their IPMS event. And in the meantime, build some models. Have a good weekend.